Are you looking to live in a more urban area where you have access to some very desirable stores within a short walking distance? Well, today I have a really cool one for you over in Crocker Park, where you're going to have some perfectly maintained landscaping and also a perfect opportunity to consider a place to call your home. Now, my name's Sam Oler and I'm a realtor in the greater Cleveland area, and if you're thinking about moving over this way, feel free to reach out. I help tons of people move here every year. So if that's something that you're starting to think about doing, you can find all of my contact information down in the description. But I don't want to spend too much time on that. We're talking about Crocker Park today. Now, Crocker Park is an upscale shopping center where you're going to have more than just shopping. Here you're going to have a lot of upscale stores, you're going to have experiences, you're going to have restaurants, you're going to have workout facilities. There's a ton of different things to do here, so it's not just primarily retail and grocery. This is one of those areas that a lot of Clevelanders travel to just to spend the day and enjoy all the experiences that they have the opportunity to take advantage of, just because it is very quick access from pretty much anyone on the west or south side. It's a little bit more of a hike if you're downtown or coming from the east side. And the real kicker is you actually have the opportunity to live in Crocker Park if you wanted to. Now make sure you stick around to the end of the video, because we're going to be checking out one of the townhomes that is actually up for sale there right now, that you have the opportunity to buy and move into to have access to all these incredible amenities. Now, to get a little bit more specific with the type of things that you can find here, you're gonna be able to find different stores like J. Crew, Trader Joe's, Lululemon, Nordstrom Rack, Coach, and there's just so many more. And if you want to see the full list of what they have to offer, just type it in on Google and scroll through the different stores that they have available. Along with the shopping, you're going to have some fantastic restaurants that are here. There's a ton of different bar style atmospheres where you have the ability to get some really fantastic food and even better drinks. My two personal favorites here are going to be Yard House and Blue Sushi. On Sundays, Blue Sushi does all day happy hours, so you get some fantastic prices on some amazing food there. As far as the different experiences that Crocker has to offer, throughout the different seasons, you're going to have some opportunities to spend some time with the community, where in the winter they do a Christmas tree lighting and have a huge event with a bunch of dancers, music, and everyone gets together, vendors come in. It's just all around a great time. I went to it this year and it's just a really cool experience to see the massive tree that's located in the center light up. It really gets you in that Christmas spirit. And then as far as some of the permanent experiences, you have the ability to go to Urban Air on the south side of Crocker, which is a trampoline park and an adventure park. So you're gonna have things like obviously trampolines, go-karts, rock climbing, obstacle courses, and even adults can go there. It's not just for kids. I have gone a few times and it's an absolute blast. I don't go very often, but I would like to more. Another thing that you're gonna be able to find in Crocker is going to be a ton of different workout facilities. Now, if you're into cycling or if you're just wanting to lift some weights, you have the opportunity to go over to a Sporta. And I actually work out and spend a lot of time over at a Sporta Fitness. There you're gonna have some great exercise machines there, free weights, a track up top, a swimming pool, a sauna. It's just one of those places that is a really great bang for your buck. If you pay an 18-month in advance, you get it for almost $20 a month, which in my opinion is a great price for all that they offer. Now, don't hold me to that because I've been going there for a while, but that is what the deal was when I signed up. And as you're walking through Crocker Park, you're gonna notice that there is some really beautiful architecture that is here. And these buildings are multi-level sometimes for the stores. And when you look above them, you will notice that there are probably 2 or 3 more levels above what the store is. And what that extra space is, you have the opportunity to live in some apartments above the stores themselves. So that way you could just make a quick trip down the stairs into whatever store you're needing and then go back upstairs without even having to get in the car. Now, Crocker offers some luxury apartments for rent. You can get anything from 3, 2, and 1 bedrooms. And these apartments are actually pretty nice. You're gonna have these 10-foot doors where they feel massive. And even though it's around 1,000 square foot apartment, it feels a lot bigger than that. A lot of the units have been updated to have that very modern feeling. And overall, it just gives you that urban feeling that a lot of people are looking for nowadays when they're renting somewhere. Now, Crocker doesn't leave it at just the apartments being available. They also have an event space for the people that live there to go and have a shared experience where they put on events for the residents, so that way everyone can get together, socialize, and start to make new friends. And then they also offer their own separate workout facility that isn't through a Sporta or any of the other cycling bars or other fitness classes nearby. They offer a few more things to the residents, such as social clubs and attached parking. And if you want more information, you can definitely go check out their website and see everything that there is to offer. But my personal favorite part about Crocker is that they offer the ability to buy townhomes behind the actual facility itself. So there you're going to find some incredibly modern houses for some pretty decent prices for Westlake. The townhomes there are going to range anywhere from $500,000 to $900,000. and that is going to depend on the style, size, and location of the unit itself. If you go for something that's a little bit more outdated and smaller, you're going to be closer to that 500 range. If you want something that's brand new and on the bigger side, you're going to be closer to the 900 range. Now, the majority of the homes here are going to land in the mid-range, which is going to be about 600 to 750 or so. And that's going to land you a 2-bedroom, 4-bathroom, about 2,500 square foot house. And that's exactly what we're going to be touring today. The cool part about owning these townhomes is that while there is an HOA fee that sits around $500 a month, you don't have to worry about any of the exterior maintenance or keeping up with it or updating it. That is totally up to the HOA to handle. So that way you don't really have to worry about replacing a roof or damaged siding, windows, stuff like that. It's going to be a pretty seamless homeownership experience where you only have to worry about the interior stuff like the furnace, hot water tank, the plumbing inside, things like that. It's really taking some of the most expensive parts of homeownership off your plate. The other cool thing about living in the Crocker Park area is that you have the ability to get some discounts from different stores, and that makes it incredibly enticing to move over to this area because you're getting deals that you otherwise wouldn't unless you lived here. Now, me personally, I really like the style of the townhomes that they have here. When you enter in, you actually come into an open area, and it's more of a foyer where you have a ton of open space to make a really fantastic first impression on your guests who come and visit. And me personally, I would probably use it as some sort of aesthetic sitting area. That way you really get that bang factor when they walk in and they're just really blown away by the quality that is offered here. Now, this foyer area is going to be your main access point where you have the ability to go up the stairs to the main living area. You could go out into the 2-car garage that's attached on the back of the house, or you could go down into the basement. Now, the cool part about this house is that down in the basement, they actually have it finished into a 3rd bedroom. And it also has a half bath attached, but I could definitely see this being a playroom for children. So that way you can keep a little bit more of a messy space, more contained where people won't see it very easily. But having the ability to add the 3rd bedroom is a great option. And you can even make it into a separate living space if you wanted to. Now, if you were to make the choice to go up the stairs from this foyer area, you are going to be greeted with an incredibly open floor plan. Now, off to the left at the top of the stairs is going to be your living room. It's very spacious. It's got a gas fireplace and a bay window that overlooks the front of the house where you have access to see down to the street and everything that's happening down there. Or you could work your way right into the dining room area that leads you to the kitchen. And over in the dining room area, it's actually a pretty cool spot because there's a little nook where you can put some cabinets just so you have something that is really pretty to look at, but it also offers some functionality by not having to store all that stuff on the countertops or in your cabinets. Now, as we work our way over into the kitchen, we're going to have a great open space. There's plenty of cabinetry here. You've got quartz countertops, and they accent the light wood cabinets beautifully. And to top it all off, there's actually an island in the center as well to give you a little bit more counter space. That way you don't have to keep moving things around as you're prepping. Off of the kitchen, you have a small balcony that overlooks the driveway and some of the other townhomes that are in the area. And then you also have a half bath and then a larger room that serves as the laundry room and the pantry as well. Now, as you work your way up the stairs even further onto the 3rd floor, you're going to find your 2 bedrooms. Each of the bedrooms has their own attached bathroom, and in the hallway, you're going to have a little bit more storage with a closet. Now, something else that you're probably going to notice when you're walking through this house is that there is actually another staircase leading you up to a 4th floor, and it's actually my favorite part about this house that I didn't even know until I came inside. This last stairway actually leads you up to a rooftop deck where it is absolutely perfect to just go and hang out in the summer, watch all of the hustle and bustle that has coming through there, visiting Crocker Park, and just really take in everything that this area has to offer. Me personally, I think Crocker Park offers a lot to the general public, but even more to the people who live here, and I think that's a fantastic opportunity for someone who's wanting this sort of environment to live in. They're maintaining it perfectly. They're always finding ways to make it better by expanding on open areas or making more sections for living. It's just one of those spots that I believe has a bright future. If you're starting to think about moving to the Cleveland area, definitely reach out to me. Like I said, I help a ton of different people move here every year. And whether you're looking to move in a couple weeks or a couple months, I've got different programs that are going to help make your life a little bit easier. So feel free to reach out to me. All of my contact information is down in the description. And if you find yourself down there, make sure you click that like button before you go and subscribe, because it's going to keep you up to date with everything that's going on in the greater Cleveland area and just the different events and what it's like living here. I make weekly videos on that stuff just to keep you informed. Now, with all of that being said, I'm going to leave the video there. I'll catch you in the next one.